God damn it, DJ, you get it.
400 you can hear the sound. I'ma shake the room when I come around. Always doing the dash, I never stall out. How you tell you we never gonna see you ball out. 400 you can hear the sound. I'ma shake the room when I come around. Always doing the dash, I never stall out. How you tell you we never gonna see you ball out. Hopped out of Benz and went inside the Escalade. Sliding out my chili, never hesitated. Take it as a lesson, I don't know. I'ma do me to the end, yeah, it's do or die. I'ma get it all, designing my door, suicide. Gotta keep it on a lot, don't talk about my business. You put up, you don't know, we gave it right for your fitness. Honestly, we need my check in advance. Going right for back, you ain't standing a chance. It's too blurry, I can't see the dash. Shawty throwing ass and I'm throwing some racks. 400 in here, you can hear the sound. I'ma shake the room when I come around. Always doing the dash, I never stall out. How you play it, we never gon' see you ball out. 400 in here, you can hear the sound. I'ma shake the room when I come around. Always doing the dash, I never stall out. How you play it, we never gon' see you ball out.
Yeah, welcome everybody, man. That was the guest Milian250k, man, will be here shortly. That was his one of his singles, G Wagon. Go check that out. The link to that song will be in the comments later on of this live. Welcome, man. Nightcap with Friends, the best podcast at night, powered by Smoking Politics with me. Honorably refreshing for the world. It's your boy, I'm him, Giovanni. Dean LaSalle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, you guys, I just come in always like 5 minutes or 10 minutes before. And yeah, so I'm about to play one more song of his before he gets in here. And yeah, stay tuned, man. Stay tuned.
Yo te quiero, baby. Yo te quiero, baby, sí. Porque siempre la haces muy difícil. Muy bonita hasta ya me viví. Quiero la Ale, quiero vivir. Yeah, ella no más quiere me liar. Oh, no más quiere me liar. Yeah, entonces vamos elegantes. Largo dinero desde antes. Quiero mi gente, estatura decente. Dame todos los lados, baby, necesito tus lentes. Si no es dinero que va, nomás quiero ir a jugar. Siempre con los likes, siempre con los likes. Baby, vete con nosotros. Tomé una botella, dame otro. Quiero tu novia, quiero otra. Te recojo a las 7. Con los amigos damos cohetes. No quiero bailar, nomás quiero volar. Yo te quiero, baby, sí. Porque siempre la haces muy difícil. Muy bonita hasta ya me viví. Quiero la Ale, quiero vivir. Yeah, ella no más quiere me liar. Oh, no más quiere me liar. Yeah, vamos elegantes. Traigo dinero desde enero, no puedo. Tú no sabes que quiero mientras rapando mi pelo. Siempre estoy con mi perro, no nice. Soy contigo, make me feel alive. Yo te quiero, baby, sí. Porque siempre la haces muy difícil. Muy bonita, alta, llama, baby. Quiero la quiero, baby. Yeah, ella no más quiere Milian. Oh, no más quiere Milian. Yeah, entonces vamos elegantes. Traigo dinero desde antes.
Yeah. Milian250k, man. That was called Ghetto Rev. I Wanna Live. Off his EP, The Rain. And that's rain in, like a king and queen's reign over a kingdom. Not the rain that comes from the sky and the clouds. Yeah, man. Nightcap with Friends, man. The best podcast at night, man. Powered by Spoken Politics with me. Honorably refreshing for the world. Sundays, Wednesdays, and now Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, man. It will, some nights we will be welcome. Some nights we will be interviewing, entrepreneurs, artists, anybody that's really doing their thing. It's honorable, positive. That belongs right here on this platform. And then some nights I'll just be, maybe I'll have a co-host and, we'll go back and forth on topics. And then some nights and other nights I will be rocking alone, flying solo and, touching on other things that need to be talked about, like, mental health awareness, drug abuse, relationships, just real stuff, real topics, man. And I do dibble and dabble in, the effery, but I give belt to ass to it. So be on the lookout for another episode of Belt to Ass, powered by Smoking Politics with me, honorably refreshing for the world. During the week, whenever I don't have a set day for that. It's whenever I see something that I feel that needs belt to ass, I put it out there. Same thing with my thoughts, my opinions. I will be dropping that during the week too as well. And be on the lookout for TGOJ Part 2 interview of Hood Vlogs with Honor, highlighting the grind, not the crime, powered by Smoking Politics with me, honorably refreshing for the world. That will be dropping tomorrow night. That Hood Vlogs with Honor. Part 2 of 4TGOJ, hailing from Newport, Rhode Island. So we're about to start this up. Milian250k should be coming in shortly. And yeah, man, this is going to be a dope interview, man. He's up and coming artist from, he's 25 years old, I believe so. Up and coming artist from the Inland Empire, the IE, man, out there in California. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, that's another thing I have in common with him. I used to stay out in the IE a few times, in San Bernardino, Riverside, stuff like that. Been through Corona here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, man, I lived up and down California. So, so it's good to see somebody from the IE, because the IE is real dope. It's a real dope place. I feel like if you know, and people that know California, from California, you know about the IE. When you go to the IE, it feels different. It sometimes I forget it's California. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. You know what I mean? You got to be there and know what I'm talking about to understand what I'm saying. And I'm sure he's gonna agree with me. I mean, it's just different from the rest of the state. I mean, even the Bay. I have experience up there as well. So. But yeah, this is gonna be a dope interview, man. And stay tuned, man. I got other interviews too lined up. With the Wide Scope podcast on radio this Friday on the Nightcap, 9 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned. She's up and coming up there, and she's doing her thing, man. And so it's good to get more women up on here. And then anybody, if you guys know any other women out there that are doing their thing, that are business owners, that are on their way to becoming business owners, or musician, artists, you know what I'm saying? Even if they draw, whatever, man, bring them over here. Let them know, man. I'm willing to interview them and help shine light. Is the little I could do, man, right now. And I can't wait till I have a big platform and I'm able to do more for people, man. And most of the time it'll be free of charge, man, because shit, I've, it's plenty to go around for everybody, man. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see where he's at, and we're gonna get this shit rolling. What's up, my guy? How you doing?
Yo, what it do? What it do?
How you doing? How you doing?
Shit,
All
I'm out
right,
here,
what's
bro.
up? All right, everybody. This is Nightcap with Friends. The best podcast at night, powered by Smoking Politics with me, man. Honorably refreshing for the world. We got Milian250k in the building. What's up, man?
What's the deal, man? What's the deal? How you doing? I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Nah, likewise, man. First and foremost, I want to give you your flowers, young king, man. I want to say, we just met, but I want to say I'm proud of you, man, because you out here changing the narrative. You could be out there doing the most, you know what I'm saying, and you're not. You're out here like everything what my channel stands for. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the epitome of that. And I say this to every man and woman that I interview, man. I'm
That's
very
love.
highly selective on who I have on here, man. So thank you and this is gonna be a good one, I promise.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it, bro. I've been tapped in ever since I saw your channel, man. I love what you're doing, so I had to, you feel me, show respect back, for real, for real.
Nah, that means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Okay, so Milian250k, man. Talk about your upbringing, man. Like, what's how did it all start with the music and everything? Like, first and foremost, let people know where you come from and how old you are, and we go from there.
Yeah, so Milian250k. I was born in Inland Empire, Ontario, to be exact. You feel me? Was raised back and forth from Ontario, California to Mexico, Zamora, Michoacan, to be exact. So I have a split education. I can speak both languages. I can sing and rap in both languages. So it really just sets me apart from a majority of the artists. And yeah, I'm 26 years old. I turned 26 in February. I started music 2 years ago, man. This music stuff was really an accident. Like I wasn't even like planning on being an artist. Really, I was just in the studio with the homies, and they were like just letting everybody go in there. And then I just went in there. I was feeling it. I fell in love like on the spot. Fell in love on the spot, and I was just lucky enough to have people that were already making music like around me as homies introduced me to engineers, producers, the whoop, this and that, and then everything just kind of took off from there. I started, like I said, making music 2 years ago. I used to play basketball before in high school. I played at Chino Hills High School with the Ball brothers.
I seen that, not to cut you off. Shout out to Lush and Doughboy TV, other people that interviewed you. I watched their interviews and I seen that. That you went to Chino Hills, you played ball with the Ball brothers. You went over their house. You didn't have a pair of sneakers, and they opened up a box. They had all types of shoes.
All that, yeah.
Yeah. It leads me to this question. I was gonna save this for later, but you just brought it up. I want your thoughts on Mr. Lavar Ball. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gives him a bad rap, right? And I feel like it's people are just backwards with it because if he wasn't in his son's lives the way he was, it would be a problem too. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. He was such a just caring man. Like he was his son's biggest fans, and I don't see why people were so mad about that. You know, great guy. He cared about everybody. He would train kids for free, do this and that, because they were already always training. So if you wanted to come and tag along, he'd just be like, "Hey, pull up." It doesn't matter if you were trash, if you were just starting, if you were nicer than his family, he'll bring you in and just really show you love and show you how to really get that working. And his training was just completely different. People didn't really understand. And I hate the narrative that the internet really posted on him, but like it's just he's really his kid's biggest fan. And seeing the success that they have gotten and all that, he doesn't care about what the haters say at all. But he
He's good.
definitely is one of the goated fathers, I think, in my eyes. Like all three of his sons are very successful.
And they could
You
have been
know?
doing the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could
Yeah,
have
for
been
sure.
another statistic, another number on them boards. And like I was just telling my fiance yesterday, I was like, yo, if I had a Lavar ball as a father, I would be not chasing. I wouldn't be playing catch up in my late 30s right now. That's for
Right.
damn sure.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like
for sure.
go ahead. What you saying?
No, I said yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Like it's crazy, man. So shout out to the Ball family, man, and I hope Lonzo Ball comes back and just does his thing, man.
Yeah. Oh, he looking good. He looking healthy, man. He's confident. He's it's all a mental game, I think. And they were sharpened like the sharpest blades, So
Yeah,
it's gonna take more than that to really break them, as a family and just as athletes itself, really.
facts. Yeah. All right. Now, Milian, the name. I see that you use that as your stage name and stuff, and I also seen in the interview that you're in the process of trying to get a patent and dropping the 250k from it. Now, is that your family name or is that just a name you just came up with?
Yeah, so Milian is my last name.
I
At
knew it.
first, at first I wanted it to be Mills, Mills, but there was a whole bunch of issues with trying to drop with that name. There was like 80 other Millses out there, and then even Millions too. The Million was already there's already like people that are taking it. They haven't trademarked it or patented it yet, so it's still up for grabs. And I'm really like doing as much as I can to get that to be mine. But yeah, the 250k was really an incident. It was just my Instagram handle when I first made my Instagram, because even I wasn't even on social media before music. So I just got on TikTok and Instagram when I dropped my first song. You feel me? I wasn't on Instagram just posting selfies and being nosy with other people's business and shit. Like, you feel me? I'm not really like a
Yeah.
social media
You
kind of
wasn't like
cat.
the rest of us. You wasn't like
Yeah,
the rest of us. Just say it, man. Just say
man.
it.
Nah, man, but I was just a ghost. I stick to myself really, and I still do. I'm very responsible social media wise now because I really see the monetization in this music, the opportunity in itself. I'm not saying I'm trying to get rich off this music stuff, but I definitely want it to be a type of income and a platform because I have other businesses that I'm involved with. I'm also a general
Right.
contractor. I flip homes. I do clothing lines. You feel me? I do cover arts for other artists. So anywhere I can really get anything I can really get good at and enjoy doing, I'm gonna really just do it. Like they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Basket.
I think like you can if you really just if it just makes sense. Like if it's all in the same lane and if it's really what you want to do, you're gonna have to sacrifice either sleep, girlfriend, boyfriend, drinking,
Fun.
partying, whatever it is, all the bullshit. You're gonna have to cut it out because I mean, people aren't gonna want to see you doing multiple things because they can't do it. You feel me?
Say that again for the people in the back.
People are gonna want to see you fail because you're doing something that they can't do.
Thanks.
You feel me?
And not to cut you off, it's funny that you was speaking on you brought up what you was your businesses and stuff because I did my due diligence on you. First team.com. You mean pure the Million.
Yes,
What's
sir.
that? What's that about? Speak more about that.
So I make the pure. I do my own graphic designs too as well. I was just messing around with some logos. One of my clips on Instagram went viral, so my Instagram was just hot for a minute. So I was like, oh, okay, I was gonna wait on the clothing company till it was like perfect to me. It wasn't really perfect to me yet, but I was just viral for a little bit, for a couple of weeks. So I just printed out a bunch of shirts, and then at first I only made like 10 shirts, and then I handed them out to my circle, my inner circle, and then I was like, yo, holla at me if you need a shirt. I got 100 in order, but I didn't have 100. You feel me? I was just letting people see the product, and then they would pay me, and then with their money, I would use it to make their shirts back. So I wouldn't even be
Right.
paying out of pocket for all of this stuff. And I made a few $100 off of it, close to a few thou.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was good. Like it kind of slowed down when my Instagram started slowing down. So now I'm very back into taking my time with the designs and
Yeah.
doing different logos again. But it was really supposed to be on hold for a while, but since the Instagram thing was hot, I just seen the opportunity to monetize a different source of content besides just the music.
Right. But the merch and the music, they both work hand in hand.
Exactly,
They
exactly. And
complement each other so well. You know what I mean?
yeah, they do. And the reason why I didn't want to drop it like that is because I didn't want it to be an artist merch. I wanted it to be just a separate clothing line. Because
I feel you.
I have
Okay.
separate artist merch that I'm gonna be doing. That's 250k on it. Milian250k. This Pure to Milian is gonna be more of a line. So I'm gonna
Right.
have different designs on it. The Pure to Milian is gonna be like on the tag instead of on the chest. You know, and I'm gonna have different multiple logos and designs. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes, man. I'm really into fashion. I've always been into fashion. Like, um, my mom really was the one that like put it into our head. She would take us school shopping, and then she would just let us choose our fits. She'd be like, "Okay, pick a fit," and then she'd be
Yeah.
like, "All right, this doesn't match, and this don't match. Like, what do you want? What do you want from the fit?" And I'd be like, "Oh, the shirt," and then she'd be like, "Okay, this is what you can get with this shirt. This is how you can match this." So she really put me on game with like what looked good to wear for real, for real.
Shout out to your moms, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
shout
to
out to
you.
moms for real, man.
It goes and it's funny you brought up the fashion too, because I was telling my fiance again, she's my best friend, man.
That's right.
I said, yo, I like his style. Your style, your swag, it reminds me of late 90s, early 2000s, but then you're in touch with today's swag. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Am I
mm.
right?
Yeah, no, that's
See,
literally
I
it,
pay
bro.
attention, man.
Yeah, I grew up a '90s baby. I was born in '98, but my
Yeah,
lifestyle, we didn't have a lot growing up. So like, I just
yeah.
grew up very '90s style. You feel me? Like, I'm a real
Yeah, and
'90s
in
baby.
early 2000s, that's when I was coming up, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And you just remind me of like, I came up in Dago too, so it's like the way you dress was like that's how I was dressing in Dago. Like,
Man,
and
okay,
my
there you
friends,
go.
it's like, yo, I was like, damn, I fucks with it. And then, but don't get it, damn, I'm cussing. Don't get it messed up. You still have like modern swag, like, but you make it your own. You're not like, I don't see you following trends. You know what I
Right?
mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely, most definitely. I like conversational pieces is what I call them. Sometimes I don't even
Oh,
like what I
oh.
wear, but I know people gonna be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like I
Can you,
wouldn't wear
can
that.
you, what you say? You said conversational pieces. Oh,
Yeah,
dope.
conversational pieces is that's what I call them. Like it's really just to spark up a convo. Like, damn, where'd you get that at? Like, whether you like
Yeah.
it or not, you're either gonna hate it or love it, but you're gonna be curious about it for sure, for
I
sure.
seen you with some blue jeans. I want to say they were like stacked jeans or something. And like I don't know what. I've never seen nothing like that. They were
That,
crazy.
that's
But you
what's up.
threw it
Yeah,
on.
my I have a boy who he doesn't make the clothes. He has his own clothing line, so he gets vendors and stuff that bring him a whole bunch of clothes. He has his own storefront at our local mall right here. Shout out to my boy Mo
Yeah,
Trends
shout out to him.
in Montclair. But he be telling me all the time, "Hey, bro, I got this new exclusive. I got this new." He'll give me clothes before they even drop, and he'll know exactly what I'll really like. Um, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
It's
dope.
cool. Like
Shout out
it's
to
cool
Mo,
having.
man. Shout out to
Yeah, shout
Mo.
out to Mo. He's really the one that's keeping me intact with like today's fashion for real, for real. Like my jeans are definitely like in today's type of swag era style, but like
Yeah,
my shoes, my shirts, my jewelry, the way I rock my hair, like you said, it's 2000s, 90s, like you
yeah,
know.
yeah. I like it, man. You're definitely in your own lane, and that brings me to my next, topics and questions to ask. We're going back to the music. You know, what category, like what type of artist you consider yourself? Because from the music I've heard, and like I said, man, I was doing my homework on you. You know, you got. Let me see. You got these are your singles I checked out so far. Tapped in, questions, no time, G wagon, intersection, and then the EPs that I was listening to, a few of them. The Rain people, but Rain as in a king and queen's reign over a
Yep,
kingdom. You know what I
yep,
mean? Then on the Rain, these are the tracks. All I know, and the artist is there's an open verse on there, so get at him.
yep.
My favorite
That's
out of
fun.
there is Quiero Vivir, I Want to Live. You know what I'm saying? Don't Budge featuring Laney Keys. Shout out to Laney Keys. If you can try to connect us, I want him on here too.
Okay, yeah, that's my dog for sure, for sure. That's my
Yeah,
twin.
yeah.
That's my Aquarius twin. I got you. I lock that in for
That's
sure.
what's up. Oh, February, my son, February 2nd.
Aquarius game on
Yeah.
February 7th.
Um, don't cry.
Yeah,
Now, speaking, everybody go check that out, man. And Quiero Vivir's the link is gonna be in the comments pin of this live. Uh I see you've been abroad. You know,
Yes, sir.
Sewing in Tokyo. You know what I mean? That's the EP. You got,
Hmm.
and these are the tracks on it: Tokyo, Death Note, and 9 a.m. 9 a.m. in Japan. Now, speaking of Tokyo, I see. Like, what do you like? Thoughts on like just everyday life out there? From the place you've
Yeah.
been. You've been to Paris, right? I seen you've been to France, right?
Yeah, been to Paris. We did
Spain.
Belgium, Czech Republic, Portugal, the Netherlands.
Yeah, I've been to Netherlands, Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam's lit. Amsterdam's lit.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Tokyo, man, Japan in itself, man. I felt like at home there. The people there are really like who I am, like, and personality wise, they're very loving and caring, and they support anything that you do to the fullest extent. They don't act too cool to support you or do this. If you're a burger flipper, they're gonna pull up and get your burgers, and they're gonna show all nothing but love, and whatever it is that you do, they're very they're very like, what's the word for it, like they're like a consumer country. Like they like to consume and buy. So it just, as an artist, it just makes sense. And I have some homies out there that live out there that are residents out there now.
Oh, that's
They just
dope.
fell in love with the lifestyle and how like just they're just happier out there. You know what I'm saying? So just being out there, like, it changed my life, the way people should be treating each other. Like, I brought what I learned over there, try to bring it over here. So respect for one another. Like, over there, you make eye
So hella
contact with
changed your
somebody.
perspective, huh?
Yeah, bro, it changes your whole life. Like, dang, like, we got it all wrong, like, over here. Not all wrong per se, but I mean, in my head,
No, I
like,
know what you mean.
you
You
make
you were right. You were definitely right.
you,
Nah,
you
stand on
know,
that.
you
We
like
do
you make
got it
eye
wrong.
contact with somebody out here in the States, like, what's up? What you looking at, fool? Like, what's up? What
Yeah.
you got? You got an issue over there? It's like, oh, hi, how you doing? And they bow to you.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? You got to bow back, and then he'll bow back again, and whoever bows the lowest is showing the most respect. So it's just like
wow.
everything's completely
So dope.
backwards than what it is over here.
Yeah, man. It's sad. I be seeing stuff like what other people from different parts of the world think of us, and it's 9 times out of 10 it's never good. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, they laugh at us all the time. They
Yeah,
should
of
show us.
course. We're laughing, and as they should. I laugh at us.
No, yeah, my homie from China, I met him in Japan in 2021.
Hmm.
He was like, "Yeah, Americans, like, y'all are lost." He's like, "You guys don't know who your president is gonna be until like the day of. We know who your president's gonna be 4 months before. We were the ones making the Trump hats before the election was even over, and all the Trump shirts, and
Oh my god!
it really blew my mind, bro. Like, how controlled we are and how they try to control us."
Speaking of that, since you opened that door, over here, like I said, man, I always bring up real topics. Like, not everybody's hip with politics, but I like to get everybody's perspective and their thoughts on it, right?
Right.
Especially y'all youth and stuff, and the younger people, the younger crowd. I know you're a little bit older than the youth, but you're still a young man out here.
Yeah.
Thoughts on our government and like the whole Trump assassination attempt and all that. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, it was crazy. At first, I thought it was staged. I thought it was
Of
like a
course.
whole hoax. I was like, "Oh, here he goes again!" Like, here he goes again. But I mean, it was kind of shocking to me why they try to do it in this second time coming around instead of it the first time. The first time, more people hated him. So I was just a little confused. Like, why wouldn't they try doing it the first time? So now that, like, he's coming back, people are like, "Oh, we need Trump back in office. We need Trump back in office." Like, I wasn't expecting people to want to do that, especially after like the whole Biden situation, after Biden really played all of us, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's all we can do is trust our government. A lot of people complain about foreigners and foreigners taking people's jobs and all that stuff, when it's like, man, stop making excuses. Like, half of actual Americans wouldn't even take the foreigners' jobs that they're actually even doing. They're not over here architecting. They're not over here being doctors. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're over here like really doing some shit that anybody can get, but you guys are gonna complain about doing it. So like, just like, to me, it's kind of just like, it don't make sense. If you wouldn't even take the job that they're doing anyway, why are you complaining about it?
That's funny you said that, man,
You
because
know?
once again, not to keep bringing her up, my fiance says the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same shit, and I agree. It's like, America it's called the melting pot for a reason. It was built off foreign sweat and blood.
Man.
Where you think the railroads came from? The Asians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like bro, America was built by foreigners.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
For real. Nah, for real. And it's already stolen land anyway, so it's just like I don't understand it. All we can really do is just trust the government, and if they wanted to stop bringing in illegal immigrants and foreigners or whatever it is, then they would have done it a long time ago. They have the power to do so. So
my thing is, my whole thing about it, I feel like we just need to tighten up and just a little. Our border is wide open. It's wide open.
Yeah,
like some young thing out in Tijuana and Coahuila, wide open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But because anybody that wants to do harm to us can just walk right through and go crazy. That's it. But I'm all for everybody coming out here, doing their thing, and for their and their families, so they can send more people. Like that's just what this country's all about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
But we just need tighter borders, man. That's it.
Yeah, one of my homies, he's he's a Caucasian, and he was just like, man, like build like a maze or something, build like a Ninja Warrior course for them to come across, and like make them work for it. Like he was like, man, that would be cool. Like I don't know, it's funny though, man. Like all the different types of opinions and observations and point of views. Like there's always everything can always be better. Nothing's perfect. We don't know anything that's perfect besides God. You feel me? Like it's crazy. Everything could always be better or worse. We just gotta be lucky that like, we up and breathing and not really fucking, sorry for my language, not really care for what's not really hurting us at the end. Like if we're not really taking anybody's jobs, and you know what I'm saying, people are losing their families and their houses or whatever, like it's not even getting that deep. So it's just like, why can't we work on building it together? We're already here. Like my parents came illegally. They're not illegal anymore, but they came illegally.
Yeah.
So it just, and my dad, shout out to my dad, bro. He built up. He came when he was like 16 years old. Didn't know no English, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He owns a successful company for 27 years, multi-million dollars in revenue every single year, man. Like, he hit really big.
And shout out to your father, man.
Shout out to my pops, man. Shout out to my pops. And he's living his best life right now. And he's about to turn 50, so.
As he should.
I grew up with a businessman. So, I was working with him, like in school, high school, like before practices, I was going to work with my pops on the weekends before games. I was waking up 5 a.m. to go do some construction with my pops. You feel me? Because we didn't own the business yet.
Right.
And, so I was just really working and taught how to hustle at a super young age. I was taught how to hustle at a really young age.
It makes sense because hence, look at how you are. Your mindset and everything. They did a very good job, man. I want to say shout out to your parents, man. Like,
yeah, salute, man. I'm very blessed to have both of them in my life, for real, man. And it's just, man, I don't know what I would really do without them. Obviously, we'd figure it out. I'd figure it out, but
yeah, of course,
man, I would be like you said. I'd be completely different. I might be doing the most if they weren't around.
But you know what? You could have still. That's why I said I was proud of you, because no matter what. Because like I said, I did my homework on you. I watched interviews on you, and I hear how you speak about your parents. You know what I mean? And I'm like, there's a lot of people out there that have both parents, good parents, and they still out there doing nasty work. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So you could have easily been doing that. So now, since we're talking about home life and all that, Inland Empire, man. Another thing we have in common. I've lived in Inland Empire, Riverside, San Bernardino. I've worked there, you know what I mean? And to me, I feel like the IE from the rest of California is different. It's different to the point that I sometimes forget I'm in California. Do you agree? Like, it's just its own, just something about the IE is just different, bro.
It's definitely its own thing. And it took me a long time to realize that till I got older. I'm like, why do people have like LA ego out here? Like, we're like not even like over there. And then it's really like not even that. Like, people in LA have less of an ego than over here, I think. Like, the people out here are cool or whatever, I don't really have a lot of people that I talk to that I grew up with anymore. Like, I'm still close with a lot of people, but I mean, everybody's just in their own world out here. People, they love it out here. I would too, but I just want to be like, I'm a goer, bro. I like being places. I don't like staying in one place. Right. And this is a place where you can get comfortable because, like you said, there's so many different areas, different cities within the one section, and then like you can get, like you said, different vibes. You can go to a spot where there's all Mexicans, all white people, all blacks, all
Corona.
Man, You know, yeah, for real, for real. And
Feel
then
me? Like it's not to cut you off. It's like it's different. And then when you go to San Bernardino, it's mixed. You know what I mean? You got a little section. I stayed in Little Africa. I don't know if you heard of it in
yeah,
San
yeah.
Bernardino. And I worked at the Greyhound station right over there.
Oh,
That was
okay.
my job. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
word.
cleaning up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then when you go to Riverside, it's just I feel like everything. You got your Pacific Islanders, you got
yeah,
your brothers, you got the
right.
Mexicans, you got I mean
And then like all the
Salvadorians.
universities, we have all the universities too. Like, you know,
Hmm.
UCR is like, it makes all of Riverside. Like that's why Riverside too. It's a lot more of the younger crowd too, because it's a big school.
Yeah,
It's a really big school, so you just run into a lot of people from all over the country, sometimes even the world, in places like Riverside, you know. And then San Bernardino, we have UCSB, UC San Bernardino, you know, which is a big
yeah,
school. Then we got Cal Poly Pomona, you know, like we have
yeah,
some pretty
yeah.
good schools, so like that are within a close radius to make the like ethnicity very like mixed. It's very like mixed, you know, races out here. So it's super dope. It's super dope. It's just its own culture, like you said. Like I don't know how to explain it either.
Yeah.
It's just its own really. It's its own world for real.
Ontario, you know, I have a love-hate relationship with Ontario. You know, when I was around in Ontario, I was living wrong. So we
Mm,
talk about that some other time. But Ontario is different as well. It's like like what we were saying. Everywhere you go, what's up, Two Blown? Blessings to you and yours, brother. Everywhere you go in the IE is just different, man.
mm-hmm,
Now, you know, on this platform, you know, like I said, you know, real topics, real issues, mental health, bro. You know, I know it's not talked about enough, you know, and when they do talk about it, like you gotta really dig for it. Like when
mm-hmm.
they really dissect it and all that, it's not really pushed out there in the YouTube algorithm and stuff. Um, Over here we talk about it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Now, with that being said, how do you deal with your storms when you go through them, bro?
Man, I really just it's to me it's as easy as as just saying a prayer, man. You know, sometimes you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, or you know, when you're going through it, nobody understands you. You feel like the world's against you. You know, everybody goes through those. If you're not going through that right now, it's life's nothing but ups and downs. You know, happiness comes in waves. But that's what makes us human, man. You got to be grateful for the fact that we're able to feel so many emotions, whether it's anger, whether it's sad, whether it's happy, whether it's happy and sad. Like, you know, we it's just a blessing, because if we were just all one emotion the whole time, we would be robots. You know, so I mean, to me, mental health is just keeping yourself busy and just always just be grateful and know that it could always be worse. No matter what you're going through, stuff could always be worse, man. And I'm super big on that. Like, you know, it's all right to put your head down and to mope for a little bit, but you know, you gotta know as a man, you gotta know, like, all right, you know, I got stuff I gotta take care of. Life moves on, with or without you. You know, life moves on. You go into the hospital, it's all sad, people are crying, this and that, but as soon as you walk outside, you hear cars moving, people honking at each other, people conversating, you know, and there's people just dying every couple of seconds in the hospital, but everybody's outside moving. So I mean, it's really just about maintaining stability mentally and being able to just work on what you love. Find a hobby, man. Don't just sit at home all day and watch fucking TVs. Don't go clubbing all the time. Like, you're just hiding something. You know what I'm saying? Like, really find happiness. To me, when I started traveling, it really showed me happiness, like true happiness. When I started traveling, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is such a blessing. Like, meeting different people, just different cultures. You know, it's such a blessing, man.
So, like, yeah, man, this is definitely gonna be in my top 3 interviews I ever done, man. And
That's lit, bro. I appreciate it.
this is probably like my, I don't know. I gotta look back. I'm up there. It's 40 something.
Oh, that's
Um,
what's up. That's what's up. I'm barely.
Thank you,
I'm
man.
I'm getting used to this whole interviewing thing too. It's only like my fourth interview, but
Oh
trying
wow.
to I'm trying to get like my media experience up. You know, I
Nah,
have a
man, you
manager. I
got
have
plenty more coming.
you know, shout out to my manager Conclusion for setting this up. He's set me up with a few interviews already. So I mean, it's just really helping me out for like when I know where I'm gonna be at in the future. You know,
Yeah.
so I'll be
Speaking
like,
about, Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, no, it's cool. I was just saying that yeah, by another year or two, when the music's that much better, you know what I'm saying? Financially, I'm that much more secure. You know, I'm that much more stable. My interviews will be a lot more smoother. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be a lot more I'll be a lot more polished, you know?
Yeah, of course. Same here. Same here, man.
Right.
I'm learning as I go too, bro.
Yeah, got to, man. That's all we can do.
Speaking about, our brother in common, TC. Happy belated, by the way.
Belated to
TC,
my
man.
dog.
More life, great health. How did that happen? How did you connect with TC, man? And PDH Music Entertainment. Shout out to PDH Music Entertainment.
Yeah, shout out to our dogs. We actually got a show tonight. I'm gonna be on my way after this. What's it called? But I was in the studio making my first EP, The Rain. I was working with Fetty DeMarco and my boy Clutch. I had hit Clutch up if he wanted to come through too. Shout out to the kid Clutch. Shout out to Fetty DeMarco. The song's called Nothing Into Something. It's on The Rain. But he was Clutch pulled up and then Conclusion was with him. He was like, "Oh, is it cool if I bring my cameraman?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And then that's how I really met him. And then a few more months down the road, he was like, "Hey, I'm starting this group. Like, come to the studio. Like, come record some songs, this and that." And then instantly, it was just family vibe. It was just instant connection, instant just pure love. Just, you know what I'm saying? It just felt right. And then he just asked me like, "Yo, you want to be a part of the squad? You can still do what you got to do." Because I have my own thing going on before I met Clue. Like, I still have my own connections that I met aside from him, but you know what I'm saying? Inclusion is really like
he's highlighting your attributes, bro. Not to cut you off. He's there to highlight your attributes, bro.
Exactly, bro. No, yeah, and he understands that. He's like, yeah, because he's like, you go viral, you get famous over there, like it's just gonna bring the attraction over here to us too. So I would never tell you to stop creating. If anything, create more, go to more studios. So I like the fact that he just gives me nothing but freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's more of like an opinion instead of like management. Like he doesn't even trip on what songs I drop. He doesn't tell me what to drop, when to drop. Like he doesn't force us to do nothing we don't want to do. It's just really up to. He's like, oh, it's up to you whether you want this or not. Like, and then he'll show you more love if he sees you working hard.
Yeah.
You know, like he's waiting for somebody to really pick up the ball and take over and do this and that. You know, and I feel like
he has a lot on his plate, man.
Yeah, he do for sure. Yeah. And then you know, I'm in the studio 2-3 times a week. I'm constantly creating. I'm constantly creating, bro. In my home studio, I have over like 250 songs in the vault that aren't out yet. I have like another 30 with Conclusion at his studio, and then my second engineer, I have like another 20 to 25. And then on my iPad too, because I do I do a little bit of engineering myself and production on myself for practice, but there's some songs on there that are really like droppable, you know, and there's at least like another 20. So, I mean, I have like over 400 songs just in the vault ready to go.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope watching your rise, bro. It's like, you know, I'm gonna make my way back out there, and we definitely gonna, you know,
oh yeah, definitely
build and all that.
Yeah, bro, we definitely got to, man. I'm excited. I'm never gonna stop this music stuff, man. I fell in love with it. I found more about myself. I've learned more about myself within these last 2 years making music than I ever have my whole years of living, for real. You know, in this music industry, like you really have to know yourself for you to separate yourself. You know?
Yeah, man. Yo, this is so dope. Like you and I are supposed to be doing this right now because the way this shit is flowing, what you're saying, you're just leading me into questions that I want to ask you. So it's this shit is flowing like water right now.
Man, yeah, it's how it should be.
Listen, what you were just saying, right? So can you recall a specific moment or event that set you on the path to where you are today?
I think, man, the moment where I'm trying to think, there's always a few moments where it's like, oh yeah, it's a level up, it's a level up, it's a level up. But the one I think really I was like, okay, I can really do this was when I was in the studio writing for Designer. That was a really big moment to me, and being able to actually have conversations with bro and hearing him shout out to Designer, man. He's so humble, doesn't portray himself like how he does online. Like in person, he's super quiet, super humble, is not obnoxious, man. Like it's like, oh, I was the complete opposite when I saw him, you know. He was very humble, you know, only drinks water, you know, smokes a little bit of weed. He's not like doesn't bring a lot of girls or he doesn't pull up with gang to the studio. He's there to work. Like he really showed me that like okay, like he really works. You know,
Yeah.
and then hearing his stories, he was talking to me how he would write for Kanye, and he was telling me how that went, and it was just nothing but free game for me. I'm a sponge to this game, so
As you
you
should.
know, and he's the biggest artist that I've really worked with so far. You know, besides yeah, worked with, yeah, not been with, but worked with, it was definitely Designer. But that moment right there, man, when we was in the studio, I was just in such like it was such a high for me, you know, like it was just I didn't think music would take me there, basically.
Oh, and music is gonna open up so many doors for you, man.
Yeah, man, I'm
And
excited.
speaking of, like I said, this is flowing. You're just leading me. You're just saying the right things to lead me into what I need to be asking you.
Yes,
So,
Starsky.
working with artists, since that just triggered these questions right here. Your three dream features, man. They could be alive or no longer here with us. R.I.P. to them. Why? Like, what artist would be a dream feature? Three of them, and why? And they could be still here with us, or
Yeah.
passed on.
Immediately off the rip, he's not here anymore. He just passed away maybe like almost 2 years ago. His name is Vicente Fernandez. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No, R.I.P.
He's
to that young man.
yeah, he died of old age, you know.
Oh, okay.
He started making music at like 8 years old, got popular at like 19, 20 years old, and he was selling out arenas and dropping music until he was 78. Like 79. Yeah, like bro, it's like
He
when
was
he
a
died,
man, not a young
when
man.
he died, I've never seen so many older just Latinos just so sad and
Oh,
full.
I know what you mean. The guy with the sombrero, and
Yes, sir.
yeah, yes. He had a cult following.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. He was like he was the
Okay.
goat. Like he was like
Yeah,
Drake before Drake. Like always hearing him on the like they would play his songs back to back to back to back to back on the Spanish radios. Like
yeah.
what the heck?
He's
This
all over movies, his music, and yeah. And he had the
documentaries on him.
swag.
Yeah, man, and you know I grew up with listening to him just because my father and my grandpa. I repeated my grandpa. You know, they're the ones that really showed me him, and I, as a kid, man, I just really, I really just loved his childhood. You know, have you seen that movie Coco?
I
You know,
haven't yet.
the Disney movie Coco. It's about
Oh
a
yes,
Spanish.
bits and pieces, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, it's not that wasn't like about Vicente Fernandez, but they kind of played his lifestyle and how he grew up based on the little kid.
Wow.
So that was like his childhood. He grew up poor. He grew up working at like 6, 7, 8 years old. Because
That's
in
when
Mexico,
his
you got to grow up quick in Mexico, like very quick, you know. So definitely Vicente is like my favorite artist of all time. Like he's the GOAT to me in my eyes.
right.
You
Okay,
know.
number two.
Number two, gotta be. It's very. I'm very like all over the place. Would be Lil Wayne, bro. Lil Wayne.
Cool.
He's the one that like introduced me to hip hop. Like
The
I fell in
GOAT.
love with hip hop through Lil Wayne, and when him and the game dropped LAX Files, bro. I had my CD player, my CD player, my little headphones. I remember just bumping. What's that song? What was the specific song? So I'm grinding my OY, live through the lie, not through the day. Dear Lord, I done took so many of my people. I'm just wondering why you didn't take my
Okay.
life. That's the first song I was just like, man. When I heard that song, I was like, I love hip hop, man. Weezy. I started rocking long t-shirts, baggy shorts,
Them pro
baggy
clubs,
jeans.
right? Them
Yeah,
pro
my mom was like,
the
"What's
Dickies.
happening? What's going on with you?" My mom was like, "What?" But the influence was crazy, man. From Lil Wayne, he was just. I was really like, whoa. I was just in shock that like it was because I was at a certain age too. I was able to understand metaphors. Like I was very good at understanding melodies and messages. But once I
My
turned
life.
like
Yeah, my cousin just said My Life. That's the name of the
My
song.
Life, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
record. That is a crazy record, man. And you know, it came out when I was 12 years old, so I was a little bit more mature, and I was able to understand metaphors, single punchlines, and this and that. So I just understood music to, you know, when I was a little younger, I didn't understand rap. I was like, what are they talking about? Like they just talking about girls and this and that. But then like you really gotta listen. It's like, oh, these are bars.
That's funny you said that because I was the same way. I was what? Let me see. When I first got introduced to hip hop, I was what, 5 years old. It was MTV on or After Hours, and Naughty by Nature came on. You're down with OPP, and I seen the video,
Okay.
and I was like this, like, mesmerized, and I was like, with the wordplay, everything, with the melodies, all that. And from there, I was 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old. I was listening. I was listening to Nas, Rakim the Master, Jay-Z, DMX,
Oh,
Biggie,
yep.
Tupac. Like,
Yep.
yeah. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I went backwards, so I didn't start listening to Biggie and Tupac until after I heard like Wayne in the Game and listening to Eminem rap because Eminem was popping when I was growing up too.
Yeah.
So like I really started with the current, what was happening current, and then I was like, oh, like let me check who were before these guys because like I said, I didn't get into hip hop till I was almost in middle school.
Right.
It was all Spanish music and rock music, and then come to that, my third feature would be Linkin Park, bro.
Yes.
Linkin
Why
Park, I
though?
love
That's dope
rock
and
music.
different. Linkin Park. That was reminds me of high school days. Yeah, go ahead. Let me shut up.
Yeah, no, bro. You taking the words right out of me, bro. For real. Like I used to be a skater too. Before I hooped, I was a skater. So the rock music was just the Spanish music was in my family at family functions in the car. So I already knew Spanish songs. I decided to go and listen to rock because that's what like the homies that I skated with were listening to. Listening to like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blink-182, Limp Bizkit, like all sorts of categories. And I think that's why my sound, even now with my music wise, I can't stay in one category because I grew up so like with such a variety of plethora of music.
Yeah, man. I noticed that too. Like, and another thing I wanted to say to you too. Like, I haven't heard all your music, but so far from what I've heard, you're not on there. The way you don't disrespect women at all. Like, you don't. I haven't heard you say drop the B word or refer them as
Yeah, nah,
H's. You say baddies.
yeah,
I mean, and
yeah, no,
salute to
yeah.
you, man. Salute to you for that. Like,
Appreciate you,
I can't
bro.
even do that. I don't know how to do that. That's why I don't even look at you as a rapper. I consider you as an artist for real.
Appreciate you, bro. That's love, bro. That's love for real. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
because as soon as I heard Ghetto Vivi, I was like, yeah, he went stupid. I mean, he's acting up. Now he's being petty right now. You're showing like you can be transparent, and you're showing like, hey, look at me, I'm bilingual over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what was your mindset when making Ghetto Vivi? Because out of all the songs on The Rain, which everybody go check that out, The Rain as in a king and queen's reign over a kingdom. What was your mindset with that song?
Man, so I heard the beat instantly. So like I said, I don't write my music. Everything's punching in and freestyling. So I don't hear the beat up until I'm in the studio. Um, but I heard the beat and it was a remake of a song, an old song. I don't know if you know what it was called. It's like Monday, Tuesday. It's just they literally say all the days of the week in the song. It's a very popular song. I can't remember what it's
I
called.
know Monday, Tuesday, when even on
That one,
Sunday,
yeah.
and later
Yeah, but
when
exactly,
do
bro.
you wanna be? I'm sorry.
No, you good. That's just, nah, it slapped, bro. It slapped, and I heard it, and I heard it just instantly was like, oh, there needs to be Spanish on this. Like I don't know what it was. It just clicked into my brain like, okay, I'm gonna do Spanish, and then when I hopped in the booth, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do Spanglish. But then I started spitting the hook, and I was like, nah, like screw all this. We're gonna keep it all Spanish. Like it's gonna be all Spanish track, And then my engineer, shout out to Quack Valley on the celly, get money, man. Shout out to my guy Z. He was Young Thug's engineer, Gunna before the whole situation was going on. You feel me? Free the boys and all that. But he's a legend in the game. My guy Z. Shout out to Z, man. And we made the song, and he was like, bro, this is one of my favorite songs I ever recorded. And that meant a lot to me because he's recorded a lot, almost everything that Young Thug did, a lot that Gunna did. He worked with Lil Key for a long time.
So
So
that shit right there, him saying that, I know that just gave you more fuel to your drive.
exactly, bro. It meant so much to me. Like, and those opinions matter to me, bro. And it took me a long time to realize whose opinion I really should be listening to. Really, because like, man, people are asking their cousins, their homies, and like, man, who cares? Just show them the tape.
You
Don't
can't
even
ask
ask what
them.
they think.
You can't ask them.
Yeah.
It sounds harsh, not to cut you off, but you can't ask them. It's just what it is. I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
man.
39 years old in a couple days on Tuesday, and I'm still learning with this.
Yeah.
It's still so. Just learn from me of what not to be, and I can see that you don't even dwell on that shit. Like, so good for you. Because when I was your age, I was, yeah. Okay. Now, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm not gonna keep too much of your time. Speaking about Mexico, coming up in Mexico, because you said, it reminded me what you said earlier. You said you have to grow up fast in Mexico. Um, you know, not to keep inserting myself, but I can relate to this too. I lived in Mexico as well, in Tijuana and some parts in Rosarito. Um, but I went down there to punish myself. Meaning, let me wrap this up real quick. Punish myself because I was finding myself complaining too much in Dago. So I went out there and I was living in Tarantana. If people know, out there in Tijuana, a place called Tarantana in the hills and the mountains.
Yep.
I couldn't even get a 7-Eleven job out there. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. And then I seen just the way of people living. I stayed 6.5 months out there. I could have easily crossed the border, but no, I was holding myself accountable for stuff.
That's
and
right.
when I came back across to when I crossed Altai, the border,
Yeah.
my whole perspective on everything, it was different.
That's right.
So I seen in the last interview, you said that you grew up in Mexico as well. How did that help you coming back and forth to deal with America and stuff? How did that change your perspective, seeing how it is in Mexico? It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. As a kid, it was really I didn't really look at it like anything, like how other kids who've never been to Mexico or the kids that did go to Mexico, like they went to Rosarito or Cancun. Like, no, we was in the hood, so they don't understand it. And I didn't really know that we was in the hood when I was young. It was just like my surroundings. Like, you don't know when you're poor or not. Like, in my eyes, I was rich. I had my older brother. I had my mom and dad. I had family members. Like, I was rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my rich. That's my rich to me. Like, but like you said, coming back and forth, it changed me, like, school wise. I was super ahead in school in Mexico, but like in English I was a little slow. So, my English is a little broken English, even Spanish. Like, I speak both languages, bro, but I stutter in both, like, because it's split. You feel me? So it's just, I'm not Mexican enough for the paisas out there, for the raza that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Because like, oh, you're a pocho. A pocho's like
I know what a pocho is.
yeah, you
Yeah.
feel me? And that's what it is. I'm a pocho.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then out here, it's like, dang, like, you're very Mexican compared to my Mexican homies that are over here. Like,
Yeah.
they never been to Mexico. They don't even speak Spanish. They can't even eat hot Cheetos because it's too hot. Like, it's just crazy. So when I got older, it was just, I realized that, like, I'm just different. I knew I was just different at a young age.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. It was, I didn't really meet anybody that was in my same situation as a kid, going back and forth. And I didn't hit the city of LA till I was 18 years old. Like, all I knew was Mexico and Ontario.
Just a couple more things before we wrap this up. Where would you like to see yourself in 5 years, man? Individually and as a group, with your immediate core real people that that are for you, like TC and everybody else.
Yeah, 5 years, man. I see myself as a homeowner already. I see myself as a homeowner financially. That's like my goal, is to buy a house, is to own. I want to own a home. Like, everybody my age and my mindset, everybody just gave up on trying to buy a house. And I could see why. It's hard. It's super hard. But I mean, I'm blessed enough with the business and all this and that. But I really want to buy a house, and I want to be traveling abroad, like, all the time, just traveling abroad, making music. I see myself at just a very high tier level as an artist too. Artist and as a businessman too. Like, a lot of these successful artists, if you do your homework on them, they were not successful, but they already knew how to manage money and play with money. Like, Lil Baby was making $1 million on the streets playing craps. So when they offered him $1 million deal, he was like, bro, I could go make that in the street in 24 hours. Like, I need at least a 50 piece. Give me 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people who already knew how to play with big numbers stay successful. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the people who get rich real quick, they take that $1 million they get iced out, they buy the wrong thing, they invest into the wrong things. You don't ever hear from them again after their couple of hit songs. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they got rich or whatever. They made it. But I want to be, like, very respected in the music industry. By that time, within the next 5 years, I want everybody to know who I am, for real.
Yeah, definitely, man. That was a great answer right there. Last thing. It's a fun question. Your three top shoes you have to have. Like, say, God forbid, your shoe collection you have now is wiped out, and you had to start over, what is the first 3 shoes that you're getting off rip?
Off rip, I ain't gonna lie. Off the rip, I gotta go with my go-to, just the basic AF1s, man.
Of the whites,
Yeah, the
the
whites.
Uptowns.
I always gotta have a
That
clean
shit
pair
is
of whites,
universal.
man.
Okay.
Always got to. And then I would have to go with I'd have to go with some Jordan ones, bro. I don't know exactly which ones. Maybe the flu games or something, but any pair of
Yeah.
ones, any color, man, I'll take them.
Flues are good. Flues are
Yeah,
good.
I'll take any pair of ones. And then I'm trying to think, man. Like I grew up a hooper, so it's all really all just athletic shoes. You feel me?
Okay.
Definitely. If I had to pick a third shoe, and then obviously to go hoop, I still hoop for fun, and when I work out and stuff, I'll get some Kobe fives if I had to.
I was hoping you were gonna say Kobe's. I was like,
The
okay.
fives, yeah, the fives go, and the fives are actually cool streetwear too. You could wear them with like basketball shorts and like a cool shirt. Like you don't got to be in the gym wearing the Kobe fives. Like some of the Kobe shoes, like the 6s and the 7s and the 9s, the high tops. Like you got to be in the gym for those. You can't rock those out.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's funny you said that. I seen somebody wearing some Kobe's before, and he threw it on. He had, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not hating. He had it on up top. But when I seen the Kobe's, I was like, what are you doing? What is he doing?
Yeah.
He just ruined the whole fit.
Yeah. Nah, that's funny. Nah, that was a great question though. I've never been asked that, but nah, for real.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I had that in the tuck. I haven't asked that in a long time, so
that's funny. That's a great question, bro. I definitely should ask everybody that. You feel me? That's a great question. I never been asked that because I was like, man, what shoes would I like? If I had 3 shoes to take to me to an island, I think those 3 were it.
Yeah, I'm known for asking that question. That's one of my trademarks right there. I haven't asked this in a while, but I knew to ask you that. I wrote that down. That was one of the probably like the 4th question I wrote down. I said I'm gonna ask him this because I seen your swag. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely asking him this.
Yeah, man.
Let people know upcoming shows, projects, anything, man, where to find you at. And you need to get on your YouTube channel and get on that, please. I think you would do amazing with podcasting. Like, let it all blend in, man. You got TC right there. It's right there for you. Just take
I know you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But go ahead. Let people know where to find you. Upcoming everything, man. Let them know.
So we got a show tonight, downtown LA. You could DM me. You feel me? Milian250k. I'm on at 10:30 my time. It's about to be 7. Yeah, Milian250k on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, iTunes, Pandora. If you don't got none of that, like I said, let me know. I'll burn the CD and I'll bring it to you and your front door. Let me know. And that's what it is though. I got singles coming out. I drop music every 2 weeks, man. So if you're just tapped in with me, I'm dropping constant content all the time. So yeah, that's what it is, man. I want to be respected as an artist, so I want this artistry thing to build up a little bit more. Then I'm gonna start working on, like you said, the YouTube channels, my TikToks, doing skits. I already have a bunch of stuff planned, like written down already, but I want to be taken seriously as an artist, like first and foremost. I don't want to get popping off of like a TikTok skit and then people be like, oh, you're the TikToker that makes music. Like, man, like years just down the drain for a skit.
I'm that artist that makes music.
Yeah, nah, for real. Like the virality in things, especially with the ideas, with the right ideas, anything could go viral. So I'm trying to be very careful about what I do put out and the timing of it, because timing is definitely everything, I have a lot of songs with big features that I can't even like show or say. Yeah. But it's in the vault, like it's just like, okay, we're sitting here now.
I can imagine. I can imagine with your grinding network, and then now you got TC right there, right next to you, beside you, just to highlight everything. I can just imagine who you got songs with, bro.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. Yeah, off camera we could definitely talk about. I'll definitely tell you. But nah, man, I'm excited for the future. It's just like one of my biggest things is like a lot of people my age are wasting their time. They're partying, they're getting lit. It's like, oh, you're in your 20s, you're supposed to have fun. It's like, you're gonna be 60 breaking your back working still. Like, like I'm really out here grinding. Like I'm just grinding, bro. I want to build a life worth living for, waking up to. A lot of people they love sleep because they hate the life that they wake up to. Real, real.
You spitting fire right now.
Nah, man, I'm big on that. I'm big on creating the life that you are excited to wake up to. Like I hate going to sleep, bro. I sleep 4 to 6 hours a night.
Yeah,
And
I don't
it's
like going to sleep either, man. That's crazy you said that, man, because like I said when I said earlier, let me be a lesson to you. Like, I say that to all the youth. You know what I mean? My kids, everything. Like, you know what I mean? I wish I would have paid attention and you know what I mean? So I'll be chilling at 39 right now. You know what I
man,
mean? But
man.
it's never too late. I give
Hmm.
myself, I already know, 45, I'm gonna be lit for real. I just gotta
Exactly,
put in
man.
the legwork. Um, you know what? Let me ask you this too. Um, since you was talking about people your age and younger, what is your message and advice to the youth, that people that are under you, and then people that are your peers? I mean, what is your advice to them jumping in this lane?
Yeah, man. Like I said, my message really like is spreading positivity, man. Spread love, man. That's the cure, and the secret to life is love, man. If you can just spread love, no matter how much hatred you have in your heart, like don't take it out on a person that doesn't deserve it, man. Like I said, like coming from like us coming from the hood and struggling and this and that, like yeah, we some of us make it out, some of us don't, but man, like don't glorify that stuff, man. Always look forward to it. Like look back at where you used to come at, where you used to be at, and look where you are at now, and then you're gonna just be able to see growth, self growth. Like you don't want your kids and your kids to be doing what you're doing, type stuff. You feel me? Like so it's really just like us always do better. You can always do better. Don't settle, man. We can never settle, because if we settle, we get comfortable. That's when bad habits start coming into play.
Right, right, right. Um, well, thank you, man. This was a dope interview, man. I wanna run this back, do a part two. I wanna say, let's see, like around almost Halloween. That'll give you some time to pass, and you've done.
Oh yeah.
I can just imagine what you
Mhm.
already accomplished from there.
Oh yeah.
So we
Yeah,
should
for
run this
sure.
back around before Halloween or something, like around that time. So
Yeah,
let
for
people
sure. For
know
sure.
where to find you at, man, and your social medias and all that. And what were you about to say? My bad.
No, you could also say that actually be lit, bro. I'm actually gonna be in Japan closer to Halloween, so it'll be a. You feel me?
Oh, wait, wait, wait. Let me say this. Let people know about me, man. Send them over here. I need
Oh yeah.
Japan. Anybody that's doing their thing over there, over here. Send them
I got homies. I got homies in Italy and like Dubai and stuff
everywhere.
too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got homies on.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm
Yeah, I
here,
got you.
man. I'm here.
No,
I'm
I got you,
here.
bro. I rock with the vibe, bro. I like what you got going on. I like what you're doing, bro. For real, for real. So I'm definitely
Thank you
gonna,
very much.
you know what I'm
That
saying? I'm
means a
definitely
lot
gonna
to
tell
me.
people.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, yeah, everybody, bro. I'm gonna let everybody know to holler at you that you're looking for other artists, because a lot of artists are always looking for a platform like this.
Yeah. I'm not big yet, but at least I could shine a little bit of light. You know what I mean? On my end, some people, at least one or two or three will get in tune. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just step by step, man. Literally,
Yeah.
like you just keep doing you, keep your same energy, man. Don't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something for the better. But you know
Yeah,
what
of
I'm saying?
course.
Like you know what you're doing, and everything that you want is gonna come your way for real. Just manifest and pray. Really.
Mm.
And that's what we're doing right now. We're
Yeah.
manifesting success, we're manifesting happiness, we're manifesting wealth and health. So you got to put it out there. You gotta to be somebody that you want to be. You first got to act like the person you want to be
Mm.
before you even become it. You got to act before you become.
Facts. I can't wait for part two.
Oh yeah,
Um,
man, it's crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Listen, I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate you. Knock it out on your show. When you do clips, everything that you do and drop, bro, hit me in the DMs. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna
That's nothing.
post it. I'm gonna share it on my stories. Like, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna post it on here. Share it, all that. Like, I'm here, bro.
That's love, bro. I appreciate you. Same here, bro. Do the same thing.
Of course, thank you. Let people know where to find you at, bro.
Yes, Starsky, Milian250k, Milian 250k. Like I said, all platforms: YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Pandora, anything that has music in it, I'm in there for sure. Just type in the name right and you find me.
All right, bro. I'm gonna let you go. You can go ahead and do your thing. Get ready for your show tonight, man. Blessings to you and yours, man. Be safe out there. Tell my boy TC, good looking out, man. And do your thing, man. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you for having me, brother. I can't wait to do this again. I'm gonna chop it up with you. I'm gonna talk with you during the weekend. We just gotta, you know what I'm saying? I want to know more
DM me your
about your life
math.
too.
DM me your math.
I bet. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. Yeah, because I want to know more about your life too. You feel me? So,
Of course, yeah.
man,
And
we
look
got a
at
lot
if
more.
you know anybody that that's doing what I'm doing, they looking for people to interview. I'm an open book right here.
All right, smooth.
I got a lot to say.
Yeah, let's get it, bro. I'm with it. I'm with it. I got you, bro. Yeah, we have so much in common. I didn't even expect any of that. So we definitely got to touch some base with that for real, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, if you rocking with TC, if TC's around you and he has you around him, like I already knew you solid, bro.
Yeah, man. That's my
Real
people's
shit.
for real, for real.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man. Have a blessed night, bro.
All right, Primo. You too. Y'all be safe, man. All love.
Thank you. Thank you. Hold on, let me see. All right. That was Milian250k, man. The link to his song Quiero Vivir is gonna be in the comments, and then you could just go from there and go into a rabbit hole of his music and his life. The same thing for his Instagram is Milian250k. Everybody that tuned in, thank you very much. I appreciate you, man. Blessings to everybody. Remember to love yourself first always, so that way you can love others accordingly. And that way you don't let nobody play with you, because life is short and we don't get to respond when this is over. And separate yourself from those that don't deserve your energy. That includes family. You love them from afar. Blessings. Subscribe and hit that bell. Be on the lookout. Tomorrow night, Hood Vlogs are on there, highlighting the grind, not the crime. Powered by Smoking Politics with me. Honorably refreshing for the world. 4TGO Part 2 interview is going to be out. Drop tomorrow. Be on the lookout. My thoughts, my opinions too, during the week. And Bell to Ass. And then Friday night, I will be interviewing Wide Scope Podcast Radio, hailing from Los Angeles, California. Yes, I will be interviewing her. Yes. So stay tuned. Blessings.